You
Hi.
have reached to the Social Security Administration, ma'am. How may I assist your call today?
Yeah, hi. I received a call from you guys to give you a call back.
Do you know what was that call in regards for you and for what reason?
It seemed to be some problems with my account.
That's right. May I know the mailing zip code of yours in the states of Mississippi?
Excuse me?
What is the zip code? The zip code, ma'am, of yours.
Oh, my zip code.
Yes,
It's
your zip code.
38601.
And what is the county? Where do you reside in the states of Mississippi?
It's Lafayette.
And what are the social numbers over here, ma'am?
Uh,
Last four digits only.
3,
Last
8.
four.
Oh, just the last four? Okay. 6037.
6037. Okay. Do you got any concern officer name over here?
What was that?
Do you got any officer's name? Any kind of reference number in it?
No, I heard the message and it seemed urgent, so I just wanted to call back.
Okay. Probably may I know, ma'am, with your first and last name? Let me address you by your good name over here, please.
It's Cheryl Dixon.
Sharon, Sharon, right? Sharon Dixon.
Yes.
Miss Sharon, you said that you haven't received any kind of reference number in it or any kind of case ID number in it.
Well, no, I mean, if it was in the message, I didn't hear it. I hung up and called back. It seemed urgent.
Okay, never mind. Right now, are you at your home? Are you at your workplace, ma'am?
Well, I'm at home right now.
Okay, in my system, I do see that there was the voicemail forwarded to you from the Department of Texas for some fraudulent activities under your name over here. So do you know any sort of activities, any criminal stuff that are been lying under your name in Texas?
No.
Okay, basically, ma'am, there was some evidence over here, and the evidence are we found an abandoned vehicle on the south border of Texas, and the car contains some blood stains and drug residues inside it. Hence, after investigations, they found that the car was rented under your name, under your personal possessions in the state of Texas.
Oh, oh
Ma'am, there
no.
was one address linked. Yeah, there was one address linked with the title of the vehicle, which was in the city of Rowlett. The address was 461 East 1000 Street, Rowlett, Texas.
Uh-huh.
This address was raided by the U.S. Marshals and State Rangers teams, but they found no one inside the residence over here. But ma'am, they had recovered some consignment contains of 22 pounds of cocaine over here and some more documentation found from several banking institutes in your name in the states of Texas.
Wait,
That is from the uh, sorry,
how?
like they had created some documentations from several banking institutes under your name to wire up hundreds and thousands of dollars locally and internationally over here. So, Ms. Sharon, we have filed a case over here in the states of Texas for two fraudulent activities. One is for like drug trafficking, and second one is for like money laundering in the state.
Okay.
Ma'am, do you got any idea regarding this criminal activities mentioned in your name in Texas?
No, this is the first I'm hearing of it.
Hearing it. Do you ever visited in the states of Texas in your life?
Um, I mean, I was there when I was a young girl for vacation.
Not that time, like probably 3 to 5 years ago.
Um, I passed through Texas when I was going to New York.
Okay. Do you have any relatives, anyone, friend circles over there? Anyone could be the one who could use up your information and could deal with the criminal stuff under your name?
Yeah, there's I this one guy I met, I think at the bar when I passed through. He had a dog and he was very nice, but he
Okay.
could have, if I don't know. This is all confusing.
Okay, why we had been concerning it because when we, ma'am, checked with your past records over here, we got to know that there was no other complaint under your name, under your personal information in the past. This was the first time your name got listed in such kind of criminal allegations.
Yeah,
We
I've
found
never
that
heard
you
of
were
this
a
before.
city. Yeah, right. I got your sincerity, ma'am. We got that you had been citizens by law over here, and there was no other complaints lying under your shoulders, under your name over here. So we got a conclusion that it could be a clear case of identity fraud. It could be a
Hmm.
case of identity theft over here in the states of Texas. That is the concern I'm asked you that do you know or do you have any relatives over here in Texas or no?
No, no,
So
no.
ma'am, okay, okay, I got it. Ma'am, do you ever lost your information in the past, like your wallet, cell phone, any documentation, anything in the past?
I mean a couple times, but I don't think anything could have been happened. That was years ago.
No, it could see, ma'am. We cannot judge it. Like it could be anyone, the imposters, like the criminals behind your name. They could be anyone. See, we are not pointing on anyone's name over here, but the imposters could be from your family members, your colleagues, your close friends, or even the like
How many
pizza
posters do you
delivery.
think there are?
Like there could be a racket behind all these criminal allegations just because, ma'am, the drug trafficking cases over here, there cannot be a one single person behind all these activities. There could be a criminal racket behind all that.
So
So we
it's
have
not
to
just
go
one
through,
poster.
and
It's maybe a group of posters.
it may be just because, ma'am, there are some documentation found over here. So we thought that it couldn't done by a particular person over here. It could be a form of groups who had been used up your information in the states
Oh
of
no,
Texas. That
it's
is the
not
concern
just.
I asked you that ever you lost of any of your personal stuff or no.
Oh God.
Okay. Ma'am, doesn't worries of you, don't matter. Be concerned with your information and we found that you haven't done anything wrong. And I didn't mention over here that you have done anything wrong with these criminal allegations. Why I read it all this information is because you can get rectify with the criminal activities and you should get to know that what are the criminal activities done under your name in Texas. So as you got to know that there are some list of assets belongs to your name in the states of Texas. So we have to go through, ma'am, and differentiate with the true and the bogus accounts of yours belongs to your. So do you
Okay.
hold any vehicle or any car under your name?
Uh, like a truck, not a car.
You hold, okay, you hold a truck under your name, right?
Yeah.
That means you have a driving license over here.
Yes, I own a driver's license.
The house where do you live in the states of Mississippi that belongs to you? Is it your rented house or you live on a owned house?
Oh, I'm just leasing.
It's renting. Okay.
Yeah.
The banking institutes, how many institutes you linked under your name in the states of Mississippi?
Just two. One for my business and one for my personal.
Okay. The name of the institutes which you deals with under your name, ma'am?
Oh, for my personal?
Yeah, the name of the institutes which you deal with.
It's going to be Titty Bang.
It's Citibank. It is your personal bank or it is your business bank?
The Titty Bang, that's my business.
Business account. Okay. And second one?
It's going to be the Chase.
Chase Bank. It is your personal account, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, these only two accounts relates to your name in the states of Mississippi, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any checking and saving in the accounts of Chase Bank of yours in your personal account? Checking and savings?
Yes, I have a checkings and savings.
You have a checking and you have a saving in it in the Chase Bank, right?
Yes.
Okay, what is the liquid amount or the available balance in the checkings of the Chase Bank? Approximately a rough figure?
It's maybe around 4,000.
A rough figure or it is a specific one?
I mean, a little under since the holidays. I might have spent a little more than I.
Let it be. Let it mention that it's about 2,000, okay?
Okay.
Okay. In your savings of Chase Bank, what is the available amount? A rough
It's
figure.
gonna be a little over 6,000.
Okay. Secondly, in the business accounts of yours in the Citibank, do you have a checking and savings both in it?
Just the checking.
You don't have any savings in it, right?
No.
Okay. In the checking of yours in the Citibank, what is the liquid amount?
It's gonna be about 62,000.
Sorry, 68?
62.
Okay, 62,000. Okay. And this is only the one checking account in it. You don't have any savings in it, right?
No, it's for my business. That's why.
Okay. Ma'am, do you have a credit card for it?
I have a card for each of for each bank.
Sorry, which
I
bank
have
do you
a,
have
I
that
have a
credit
card
card?
for I have a card for the Chase and I have a card for the Titty Bank.
Okay, you have a credit card for Chase Bank and you have a credit card for Citibank, right?
The debit.
Okay, you have a debit card. You don't have any credit card in it?
Not for my personal.
Not for your personal account in the Chase Bank, but you have a credit card for Citibank, right?
Yes.
Okay, what is the credit limit owed by the Citibank to you? The limit in it?
Limit? Oh, that's I don't know,
Yeah.
20,000.
Okay, and what is the available balance remains in the credit cards of Citibank?
Well, I gave you my balances.
Not in the credit, ma'am, in the credit card.
Oh, I don't know, a couple thousand.
Couple of thousands. Okay, I put like it's less than 1,000, okay?
Okay.
The balance remained $1,000. So you have this only one credit card list under your name.
That's correct.
Okay, and you have two debit card. One is for Citibank and one is for Chase Bank.
Correct.
Okay, let me mention whole of it. Debit card for Citibank and a debit card for Chase Bank, right?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, do you have invest your money in such kind of accounts like 401k or any IRA?
I think I had one when I used to work for the state.
So do you have a 401k or IRA?
The 401k.
Okay, what is the amount of 401k you have linked with? Do
Oh,
you
my
know that?
401k. That's gonna be around 83,000.
80, okay, 83k. And it relates to your business, right?
Yeah.
Let me mention that. It relates to the business. Do you have a IRA also?
No, no.
You don't have IRA. Okay. Do you have any kind of liquid cash in your side, in your account, in your wallet?
Liquid
Cash?
cash?
Yeah, anything in cash?
I mean, I have some solid like bills. I don't have anything made of liquid.
Like almost of around anything, probably $10, $20, $100,000. How much do you have in cash?
Oh, like in my wallet, like my purse.
Yeah, yeah, in the cash you have
Oh, I
anything?
think I think I got a couple $100 on me just for spending cash.
That's right. Doesn't matter. Do you use, ma'am, any application for cash apps?
No, no, I'm not very. I don't do good on cell phones.
You don't use any cash app, right?
No, I'm not very good with those
Mail app?
things.
Okay, never mind, ma'am. This all information will be got to be listed for the criminal activities, ma'am. And what are the informations you had been forwarded to me? You had provided to me. This information will be go through and forwarded it to the local authorities of yours and to the senior departments in the DEA administration.
Wait,
Do
wait.
you
I
know the
thought you were gonna help me take
administrations of
care of this.
DEA?
You're gonna inform the authorities?
Yeah, ma'am, the DEA department are the senior officers who will guide you to take care with the information of yours. So
Oh,
they are the
okay.
only one concerned officers who will let you know like how you can go through and safeguard your true belongings. So ma'am, just hold up your line for a quick moment. Let me have a word with them, okay?
Okay.
Okay, just hold up your line, ma'am. Just hold up.
Da, da, da.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Officer David Black with the Drug Enforcement Administration. My badge number it is 78561.
Okay.
Who am I speaking with?
This is Sharon Dixon.
Hi, Miss Dixon. How are you doing today?
I was doing great until I think your colleague informed me of some terrible news. Oh,
Okay. I believe you did have a word with the officer who was from the Social Security Administration, and he did explain you regarding this investigation and the charges that are pressed under your name for what you have not done. So, what is
yeah.
that you want to say about it on this federally recorded line?
I honestly I don't even know what's going on. I've never heard of this before, and I can assure you I'm not involved with any of these illegal activities.
Okay. I'll just give you a brief on this case once again so that we can have a better understanding. Okay?
Okay.
Now, Ms. Dixon, the investigation started when we found an abandoned Toyota Corolla at the southern part of Texas, which is in the city of El Paso. The
Uh
car,
huh.
it was rented under your name with the help of your social security number. Have you ever rented a Toyota Corolla?
No, I told him I only own a truck. It's a
Okay.
Ford.
So now, Ms. Dixon, the patrolling van, when they recovered the abandoned car, we have found that there were 8 pounds of cocaine in the car, and the address, which was linked by the title of the vehicle. One of the addresses in the city of El Paso, it was raided by the U.S. Marshal. And we have recovered a lot of paperwork from Chase Bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Credit Union, TD Bank, and PC Bank. Now, all this documentation which we have recovered are having your name on it. The person, whoever is misusing your social security number, he has created a number of fraudulent bank accounts using your social. Now, I can see that within the United States, you bank with 2 banks, that is the Citibank and the Chase Bank, right?
Yes, it's the Chase and the Titty Bank.
Okay. Now, I will be going ahead. I will be informing the jury members of the courthouse that these 2 accounts are authorized and used by yourself so that they can go ahead and get it registered to your new social security number. Now, the reason we are giving you a new social security number is because whenever in the future the imposter, the person whoever is misusing your social security number, tries to use your current social security number once again, we can go ahead and catch hold of that person. We would be one step ahead in this investigation. And you would not be responsible for any such criminal activities in the future because you will be holding a new number after this. Do you follow it, miss?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Now, this Citibank, how far is the bank from you?
Maybe like 15 minutes. I have to hop on the
Uh,
freeway because the streets are under construction.
Oh, okay. And miss, do you stay all by yourself or do you stay with your family members?
I'm a caretaker. For my
Okay.
husband, he's actually bedridden. He has the Lou Gehrig's disease.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Dixon.
It's okay.
All right. Now,
You can't hit
I
me
want you
anymore.
to take a piece of paper and a pen with you, and I want you to take your driver's license with you and head towards the city bank. Now, you need to make sure that while you will be heading towards the bank, this federally recorded line doesn't get disconnected. Because this piece of recording, this is the only evidence which I have with me in order to go ahead and show your positive intention that you are trying to take care of the situation and you're not trying to run away from the situation. So see to it that the line doesn't get disconnected. Do you follow it, Ms. Dixon?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I will be holding the line for you. I will just go ahead and submit some paperwork to the federal courthouse. In the meantime, you can get yourself dressed up and get inside your vehicle. Let me know once you're inside your truck, ready to move to the bank, okay?
Okay. I need to get some shoes and some socks on and grab a jacket.
No problem. Just take your sweet time. Take your sweet time. Make sure you do not hurt yourself, okay?
Okay. Don't hang up, okay?
I'm sorry?
I said, don't hang up. I'm gonna put the phone down.
Yes. Yes, no problem. Just keep the phone on the speaker mode. I believe this is a cell phone.
Yes.
Okay, no problem. If at all the line gets disconnected, don't worry. I will be giving you a call back within the 5 minutes. But you just make sure you do not disconnect the line purposely. Okay?
No. I'm not gonna disconnect the line.
No problem. I appreciate that.